alive. Here we are, bringing yourself kindness over the holidays. That's what we're going to talk about. And just seeing who's going to show up. Oh, it is minus 21 here in Calgary and darn cold. So cold. I actually had to switch from being up in my office to being down here because it's so cold. So we're going to talk about kindness for yourself over the holidays. For so many people, the holiday season from December 21st to January 2nd is just so full of pressure. Pressure to be happy, pressure to get together with people, pressure to get everything done, pressure to find people to hang out with. Like, it doesn't matter whether you have one person or 50 people in your circle. There's pressure, generally speaking. And if you're a person who is on a weight loss journey, there is extra pressure over the holidays. There is non-stop food pressure. And I'm not going to talk to you about what you should eat. There's lots of places for you to go find information about that. I'm going to talk to you about how to treat yourself while you're making those food decisions over the holidays. Because let's be honest, how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself is the basis of every food decision that you make. It is. Like, I already ate lunch today, but it's minus 20 outside. And I'm like, you know what? It was a good lunch, but I need a cup of tea. So I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And I just made some thumbprint cookies. Do you guys know what those are? It's like a cookie with pecans on the outside and jam in the middle. They're so good. And the decision that I made was I need a cup of tea. I would really like, here, I forgot to put my microphone on. Sorry. I would really like something nice to have with my cup of tea. And I know that I am eating well. I feel good about how I've been nourishing my body. And so a cookie with my cup of tea is just a delight. And I will eat it with joy. And all of that was based on how I feel about myself. If we're talking about me 10 years ago, I would have made a different decision. And the decision probably would have been, I ate my lunch super fast and I don't feel great about it. I kind of want to have a cup of tea and I feel crappy about myself. So you know what? I'm going to shovel in some cookies with my tea and barely even taste them or enjoy them and then feel even worse about myself after. And so I would have ended up eating who knows how many cookies. I would have felt guilty about it. I would have been, wondering if anybody saw me. Classic sort of secret binge eating behaviors. And all of the fallout that would have come from those decisions, I would think, oh, now I have to get to the gym to try to repair the damage that I've done, blah, blah, blah. And then the feeling I would have had about the gym is like, I guess I better go because I really screwed up and now I have to fix that. So it's everything comes from how you relate to yourself. And if you start to bring kindness to how you relate to yourself, you will naturally start choosing actions that bring you care and health and enjoyment because you deserve it, not because I got to fix this problem, right? I got to finally change this problem so that I can get to a point where I deserve good things and I deserve to feel good about myself. No, it starts right now. And over the holidays, oh, it's even more. So just checking in, how do you bring yourself, how would you, or how do you bring yourself kindness over the holidays? I know there's only one person here right now, but I would love to know. I would really love to know. One word, 2 words, anything. And I've been told I have to wait. I have to wait for an answer because it takes time to type. I'm going to taste my cookie. I overcooked it a little bit. See how brown that is? It's a little bit dark, but that's okay. Yep. A little overcooked, but I love the nuts. I used apricot jam. So good. Earl Grey tea. So good. What is this on my arm? I'm a mess. Okay. You didn't answer. That's fine. Who knows? Maybe you've never joined a YouTube Live before. And you don't know that the only way to really interact is through the chat. So I'll put a little thing here. You've got so many funny little, there. I'll put a little thing so that the chat might pop up for you and you can see. But YouTube Live is like kind of a one-way conversation, except when people engage in the chat, and then I get to like respond to questions, which I'm here for. I'm here for all the questions. If you have any, this is a really safe space. I have no judgment. I have no judgment. I have been a professional coach for over 10 years now. I'm getting used to saying over 10 years because it was almost 10 years for a long time. And I spend my professional life meeting people where they're at, supporting them where they're at, and bringing them every bit of guidance that I can so that they can ultimately tap into their own guidance systems. Because we all have them. We just disconnect from them. We lose that connection to an inner supporter that knows us, that believes in us. Maybe you never had it. I think there would have been a time in my life when I thought, do I have an inner supporter? I think all I have is an inner bully. I think there was definitely a time when I thought that that's the only thing that lived up in my head, but it truly is there. There's a voice inside of you that knows you so well. It's a part of your brain, a part of your mind, body, spirit. It's usually found somewhere down here or somewhere in here. And it knows you. It's the wise, calm, positive, supportive voice inside. And connecting to that, building a relationship to that voice inside is absolutely, it changes everything. Because life is going to happen. And over the holidays, oh boy, life is going to happen, right? Whether you're lonely, whether you are, whether you have people in your life that expect you to act a certain way and you can't just be yourself. Whether you have a ton of wonderful people to see and you're not sure how you're going to get it all done. Any which way, the more inherent care and kindness you can bring to yourself, the better. Because it is a source of rejuvenation, of energy. It is a mindset that saves you unnecessary effort. I'll give you an example. Really, really common thing that happens over the holidays. Even if you're not a typical or an everyday people pleaser, you become one over the holidays. And a people pleaser chooses what other people want and need over what they themselves want and need, not because that's their focus, really, to be of service to others, but because it's almost an anxiety-based decision where they don't want people to be unhappy with them, and they're afraid of the fallout of not giving people what they want, and so they choose to negate their own choices and well-being and choose what other people, or what they think other people want and need of them. So this happens so much over the holidays. And it is such a massive energy suck. Like, it just sucks the energy out of you. And you're like, where did my energy go? Why am I so exhausted? Because your brain is working overtime to try to find, first of all, trying to leap into other people's minds, which is impossible, right? But nonetheless, you're trying to leap into other people's mind. You're trying to guess what they want and need of you. And then you're trying to guess how to then make that happen. And then watching. Did it work? Have I navigated this whole scenario properly? And meanwhile, your needs are pushed to the side, and there's a price to that, right? Because some of your needs are they're just really basic. You need rest. You need a little bit of space around your brain for a few minutes here and there. You need to have boundaries, and so on. And so all of those things get pushed off in favor of trying to fulfill what you have only guessed somebody else needs of you. So tiring, and also so often a failure. So here's a question for you, the person who's watching here today. Have you ever struggled with that? Whether it's over the holidays or any other time, have you struggled with people pleasing? Type it into the chat. There. Have you struggled with it? And while you're thinking and hopefully typing, I'll take another sip of tea and another bite of my cookie. It's not too sweet. Like, it's sweet, but I feel like I'm tasting toasted nuts more than I am sugar, which is nice. But then you get that little hit of the apricot jam. So good. All right. Well, no answer. That's okay. That's okay. Somehow just knowing that you're there helps me connect to the topic. One of the things that I used to do was particularly people please between the different family groups. So I had one of those scenarios where I'm the out of towner. I come back home where all the family is, or most of the family is, and I'm just trying to see everybody within a few days' time. And I used to exhaust myself trying to meet everybody else's schedules. And even when I had little kids, trying to run around here, run around there, so that I could make it as easy for all of them as possible. And then I would find, like, why am I so cranky? I'm with my family at Christmas. I should be happy. Why am I so cranky? Well, because I was overstretching what I was actually responsible for in those social situations. I was responsible for getting myself to the city. Check. Did it, right? I was responsible for making sure my family knew that I was there and available. Check. And then I was responsible for my own peace and the peace and enjoyment for me and my kids. That's the one that I wasn't checking off. Put a big X mark through that. I was trying, but I was trying to do everything. And when it came to what was going to fall off the list, it was my own peace that would fall off the list. And then I would pay the price, right? I would get back home to my city and be exhausted. Feel like I had not enjoyed the season of joy with my family at those precious moments together, that I'd missed the ability to feel the joy. And then I'd have guilt about that, and so on, right? And judgment for myself on how I screwed it up, and so the negativity and the tiredness from all of it just continues to compound, right? Whereas now, and what I've learned through really, really listening to that voice of kindness and calm within myself, I've learned to stay within what I'm responsible for, including my own peace and the peace of my kids. Well, creating the space for their peace. I mean, ultimately, they're old enough now, they're kind of partly responsible for creating their own peace. But I create the container for their peace, right? And then when I go to my family, I've done my part, and I let go, like really think of it like you become aware of the weight of what you've been trying to take responsibility for, and that's just been draining you and weighing you down, and it doesn't even belong to you. I'm not saying let go of what belongs to you. I'm saying notice what you're holding that doesn't belong to you, and let it go. Let it fall down. Let it come off your shoulders so that you can even more fully fulfill what is your responsibility. How you show up in your relationships, that belongs to you. How you show up for yourself, that belongs to you. How you take care of yourself and offer care whenever you can to your people, that belongs to you. But always keeping your own well-being at a forefront so that you keep your tank full and you have so much to give. And let go of the mental weight of holding responsibility for what belongs to other people. It's theirs. It's not yours. Do yours, focus on yours, And when it comes to your weight loss journey or your wellness journey, or even just your basic care of yourself, do what you need to do. Fit it in. You don't need to make excuses. You don't need to justify it to anybody else. You just need to know what it is that you need to be truly well and show up for that through the holidays, no matter what. When you've got a 10-course buffet to go to tonight, and you're worried and you're like, oh God, they're going to want me to taste everything. Everybody's going to be watching what I put on my plate, blah, blah, like all the stuff, right? All that work of trying to guess what's in other people's brains. Let it go. Let it go. You're not a superhero. I mean, I hate to tell you, you are not a superhero. You cannot read other people's minds. You can't. So let it go. Let it go. Think about yourself going to this. We've got an imaginary buffet right now. Going to this imaginary holiday buffet. Think about yourself enjoying being present to not just what other people are doing, but to yourself, right? Trust yourself. Trust that you will show up for yourself in every social situation. No matter what pressure other people choose to put on you, and I say that very specifically, when they are actively putting pressure on you. So this isn't the imagined pressure. This isn't the one that you tried to guess was going to happen. This is the one that's actually happening. Like your Aunt Victoria, who's just like, aren't you going to try my pie? I made 5 different pies. I need you to try every single one. And she's like pushing it at you. Like, this is the one. When people are actively trying to push something on you or ask you to do something that you're not comfortable with. In those moments, trust that you will take a deep breath, show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. Say, thank you, Aunt Victoria. Those are beautiful pies. I have room for one bite of one pie. And so I'm going to choose the chocolate fudge pie, whatever. And I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to love every bite, that every moment of that one bite. Thank you so much, but that's all I've got room for. And there's no weight to that, right? If you let go of what Aunt Victoria's expectations are, because they're not yours, she's trying to hand them to you, and you're saying, no, thank you, and you hand them back, right? And you show up for what is yours, which is clear communication, clear advocacy for what you need, and then following through on the actions that are fully aligned with who you are and what you need. And then everything else you can relax, because you show up for you and you don't expect yourself to do the impossible, which is to read other people's minds, guess what they're going to need, fulfill it before they even ask for it, all the stuff. You've let go of all of that, and you're just allowing yourself to be. And the world looks different when you do that. There's like a simplicity to it. It's one layer when you're in people-pleasing mode, and also listening to the negativity in your head and everything. It's like you're trying to participate in 8 different podcasts all at the same time. Not just listen to, but actively participate in 8 different podcasts at the same time. It's freaking exhausting. Not to mention impossible, right? When you hone it in and you listen to that voice inside that says, I care about you, I'm paying attention to your well-being, and we're always going to show up for that. And we're going to let go of the things that do not belong to us. And we're going to really show up for the things that do belong to us. It's like all those other podcasts go silent. They go off the air, and you get to just be in this one reality. Listening to yourself, being very aware of what is around you, of what comes at you. And here's the beautiful thing. When you're trying to be on 8 different podcasts at the same time, when one of those podcasts is trying to bring you love and a beautiful moment, you can't enjoy it because you're here, you're there, you're everywhere, blah, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of ADHD people who are like, yeah, that's my reality. And I get that. There's some elements to that. But for the most part, coming in and tuning in inside allows you then to just listen to the one input source that's coming from the outside. And so if that input source is somebody who's wanting to share a special moment with you or talk to you about something important or whatever, you actually get to fully participate and receive that beautiful gift of sharing with somebody else because you're fully present. And that is something that is in your control and that totally belongs to you. What you are present for belongs to you. And I hope for you this holiday season that you have as many of those moments of calm presentness and listening to the inner supporter as you can. And if you're struggling, or if this is something you want to work on, you want to build on this, we have a 3-month program starting February 1st. If you go to the website, selfkindness.ca, I'll put the link in the chat. You can sign up for the 3-month program, and we're going to be building these skills every week. Every week we're going to cumulatively build on these skills so that you can connect to that inner supporter, and they're always there for you. And I've been doing this a long time. It's a beautiful kind of work because there is no downside. But I do call it work. I do acknowledge that there is effort to it because you're changing your brain habits. You're adding a whole new pathway of thought and relationship to yourself. And that is work. But that's why in the 3-month program, I will be with you, or one of our coaches will be with you. In February, it'll be me. But after that, we'll have more programs. I will be with you every week because it takes work and it takes support to change those habits that have been with you forever. So I'm excited. Any final thoughts from our friends who are watching? And I will take another sip of my tea. Thoughts, questions? We're just about done the live for today. Oh. I need a dog. Mm-hmm. I have cats. They're terrible at picking up crumbs, just so you know. Okay. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. May you find moments of peace because you absolutely deserve them. And I hope you know that. And I will see you in 2026.